On a rainy day in April, we ventured to the Irvine Spectrum for lunch. This was my first time at the Spectrum, and we decided to try Javier'S. We always walked by the location in Las Vegas inside the Aria Casino when we were in town, but never happened to make a reservation, so we thought, let's give our local one a try. The hostess was originally going to seat us by an open wall, but since the rain was coming and going, we asked to be moved, which turned out to be a good idea, as those seats have hanging lighting fixtures where birds were constantly landing, and one of the birds pooped on the table where there was a couple sitting next to us. The menu is pretty extensive and has a good variety of dishes. They bring complimentary chips and salsa right away. The salsa did have a kick to it. It was very nice. If you follow this channel, you know I love ceviche as much as I love calamari, so I had to try their shrimp ceviche. It has the classic ceviche taste, with the right amount of lime, and if anything, I would come back just to have it again. Dan and I have been trying to make ceviche at home for years, and there's always something missing. We wish it would taste just like the one from Javier'S. For my main course, I got the steak picado and then chose the enchilada and taco. My steak was incredibly tender, very well seasoned, in contrast to my rice and beans that had barely any flavor. The veggies were perfectly cooked, and overall I enjoyed this meal very much, as it somewhat fits within my fitness goals. Then had the cheese enchilada, which was very delicious, and the red sauce was packed full of flavor. He claims it was an upscale version of one of the Taco Bell's red hot sauces. The steak on his taco was also very tender, and it was a very classic combination of guac, onions, and cilantro in a very fresh tortilla. Since the weather was gloomy and we were not in a rush, we opted to stay longer and get some dessert. I had to try the churros alongside a cappuccino. The churros were freshly made, and it ended up being a bit too much for the two of us. The coffee was strong, and it reminded me of one I had at Catch in Las Vegas that kept me up all night against my will. Our total came down to $140 before tip. Have you ever been to Javier'S? What is your take on their menu? If you like this kind of video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and see you next time!